Hello and welcome to another installment of Comparative Reasoning. We are your hosts, Cedric and Sidra. I gotta point some stuff out because racism in this country only remains because minorities don't speak up. Minorities leave it up to the white people, and that's not gonna make it. You know, minorities, they talk in their small circles, and that's pretty much it. A circle jerk of this here, that there, and head nodding. That doesn't get anything done. You know, black folk spoke up, and Hollywood said, "Oh, we'll nominate any black movie now," because they were fully excluded. The problem is, once you get your way, then it can't just be any damn black movie. It's got to be one worth a damn. That's first and foremost. You can't just elect any black person as president. It has to be the right one. You can't just elect any white person as president. It has to be the right one. And sadly, when it comes to this country, the right one happens to always be the racist one. So, we finished watching Don't Let Go.
It was really good.
There was not one part in that movie where I was angry with anyone. That movie had a character, the female, Ashley.
Yep.
That character was written in the same style, per se, that Sidra write her female characters, her teenage characters.
She was probably about 16 years old, and she was smart. She wasn't hyper emotional. She wasn't all into herself. She wasn't stupid. She didn't make stupid decisions and stupid decrees from her fucking emotions. She was thinking. When she was told it was a situation of life and death, she believed it.
She didn't just, well, you know what? I don't feel like I'm in danger, so like whatever. Nah. It's like, you know what? I didn't get killed, so what are you talking about?
Every decision that she made, you could be like, you know what? I see that.
Every single one. Until she's trapped in a warehouse, and I literally had to say, I wish to never be in that situation. That's epic. Now, it has a religious spin in it, but it ain't really, it's not at the forefront.
It's not the forefront, and it's not heavy.
It's very minute, and you forget about it.
Yeah,
after it's initially started, you forget about it because it's only mentioned 4 seconds tops. It's a thing.
4 seconds and tops, and twice in the whole movie.
Yep, 4 seconds tops in the whole movie, roughly thereof. Both, and it only showed up twice. But this movie, I couldn't find anything wrong with it. I couldn't find anything wrong. Now, if I went and nitpick and stuff, well, he could have delivered this line. Yeah, and then I would just tell myself to shut the fuck up. All right? But looking at the reviews on it, didn't have any reviews, really.
Not really.
Oh, no, it just had some old bullshit. And it was.
When you read it, it's like all you can ask is, what? What is that? What does that even mean?
Like, nothing was wrong with this, but if they did a yada 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 yada, then it would have been no. What that is white for there's nothing wrong with this movie, but it's black people. So yeah, we got a problem. That's all that review said.
Because they'll praise bullshit up and down.
Stargirl, great praise. If it's white people, great praise.
Holes all in the story. Stupid shit all throughout. Nothing to make you root for your protagonist, and it's the greatest thing that ever sliced a loaf of bread.
This movie was practically done like a good professional wrestling match or series. Well, old school, that is. You've got your bad guy, your good guy. You have the bad guy is obviously strong. The bad guy is a direct threat to the good guy. The bad guy kind of scares me a bit. And then it turns into this movie. The bad guy actually scares me a lot. The bad guy has emotions. The bad guy has, I'm bad, but I tried.
I tried to avoid doing this.
I tried to do the right thing for you. You know? This movie was amazingly excellent.
And it was a mystery, an actual mystery.
You know what was going on?
You could not predict.
You can't predict this.
You can't predict it.
You can't. Most movies, okay, these two are gonna fall in love. These two, okay, so you y'all good right now, but then when are y'all gonna have that one thing that happened that make you say, I don't know about this anymore, and I gotta run off and all this, and then later, you know what? We're gonna make up and be stronger than ever. Yeah, and then we win. Cookie cutter crap.
This was far from cookie cutter, but one of the things they said, oh, it's formulaic, whatever the fuck.
There is no formula. This killed.
Uneven writing and uneven tonal balance.
Fuck? Tonal? You mean skin tonal? Because that's all it is. That's all it could be.
Excellent.
Rotten Tomatoes, y'all, you know what? Y'all racism is showing.
It was a great mystery. It was a thriller, and it supernaturalish.
It falls under supernatural, but it's so amazingly done.
Yes.
The protagonist, I mean, you get to see quote unquote two versions, and it's like, whoa, dude. And then the antagonist, you get to see him freak out over stuff, but that's more or less nearish the end, kind of.
Yeah.
And the reason this is in the movie review, because it's not really a movie review. This right here is exposing this movie. What did you say? $5 million to make?
Took $5 million to make,
and it made what? 5.3 million.
It made 5.3 million.
Black movie.
It's like, okay, look, we're not saying that every black movie is the greatest movie of all time.
Oh hell no.
No, there's some trash black movies out there.
Good grief.
Yes, but you know, if you look at a movie and you know as black folks in it, and you got to make up some bullshit
just to give it a somewhat bad review, Cinema Sins ain't gonna review this.
No.
You know why? Because there's nothing wrong with it. They're not gonna find anything wrong. Nothing. You know what? There's only one gripe. It seemed like she was faster on foot than she was on that bike.
Yeah.
That's about it.
She kept being on surfaces where she had a hard time getting that bike going.
Yes. But at the same time, less energy pedaling a bike than it is taking those 5 steps to equal like one push on a bike.
That's true.
That's, you know, it don't balance out. No, the bike needed. And I said, you know, a 10-speed would really help her right about now.
Yeah, it would have.
You know, switching gears depending upon what's going on to get that rev going. And
I never mastered switching gears. I had 18 speed. I never mastered it.
I tried switching gears. Problem is, they just changes fall off. So, and I wasn't switching them fast. It was like 1, 2, and trying to figure out what I need to do up and downhill or flat, and trying to figure. And the chain would fall off more often than not. So I just said, "Fuck it, let me find the gear that I needed in for all purposes."
And the
then
chain stay on.
Yep. Sometimes.
Damn.
You know, chain was taut. It was a taut chain, but he's just like, I'm coming off because reasons. And the spokes were long, like it should never come off, but it would come off. This people look, it's hard to not come across as racist when you are in a racist world. I mean Earth. I mean the humans that occupy the planet. It's racist. I personally would like to see more movies made with islanders and not the goddamn, hey, we on an island and we got no some actual shit that they would actually do. You know, some Asian Americans and American Asians, considering how they grow up.
And this is going to take a quick segue, and I apologize.
More Hispanic, because not all Hispanic people are drug dealing, gun wielding, drug doing motherfuckers.
No,
all right,
not.
some of them, most of them, just want to live their fucking life, and they're all about, you know, they speak it. We don't know how much it is, but about family, and they got some bullshit too, just like everyone else. And go ahead, Sidra, what you gonna say?
So, the movie industry is just full of shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's full of shit. I love movies. Cedric will tell you, I do. I always have. And I used to be able to sit down and watch good movies that I would like to watch again. And I would do that. And I still do for some movies. But movies in the past 20 years?
I was literally going to say 15 to 20 years.
You don't want to see again. You do not want to sit down. I do not want to sit down and watch one Marvel movie again. There's just no need.
And there are people that might hear this and say, I don't know how many times I watched. It's like, okay, that's you. That's good. But we're not talking about you.
The last Thor and the first Guardian of the Galaxy. Those were good. Those had a story that I've been able to watch again. There is very rarely a movie that tells such a good story that you want to sit down and watch it like it's brand new. I could watch this movie again. Somebody really put some work into writing this. The writing that people do is lazy as fuck.
And it says something that the writing won't that well in this.
It was uneven writing.
Uneven writing. What
bullshit.
The fuck is that?
It's such bullshit.
I'm not going to look it up on a cozy or anything like that, but uneven writing is a stupid goddamn thing to say on a movie where everything was right. Everything was decent. The characters, every single one of them you could get behind because it wasn't telling you, it wasn't unveiling everything. This movie was done in the way that I wish most movies would be done.
And the trailer didn't show you anything either.
Not a damn thing.
Watching the trailer and seeing almost the whole damn movie, it's like, okay, there you go. Now here lately, if it's not a fucking romantic comedy, it's a poorly done monster movie, or a fucking superhero movie. Do they make anything else besides superhero movies anymore?
They make a lot of movies. It's just that they're all... Look, they're white. And they make the dumbest fucking decisions.
I'm tired.
They make the dumbest decisions in the face of logic.
I am tired of characters making stupid decisions. I understand they're supposed to have flaws, but damn, all the flaws? Can they not be thinking beings?
The tidal wave is coming. Sir, we must, in this submarine, get underwater. No, we will stand here and ride this out. Sir, I'm the captain of this vessel, and we will stand tall in front of this wave. And then everyone is like, yes, my captain. And they get up and stand in front of the wave. And then later, they all died. But they died heroes. And they got a few schools named after them.
They died dumb, so they died.
Yep.
They got to where they were going. And somebody was like, y'all was stupid. You can still be alive.
Shit like that. This movie we did everything right, and what happens, happens. Those are the best movies, because those are most of the choices you like, I would have made that. And here's the thing, when you want to get mad at the dude for not knowing anything, you literally can't. Because in this, it's like, what the fuck? What? That's where he is. What?
And you're right there with him, and stuff unfolds like, oh shit. Oh shit.
Yep.
Oh shit.
The story was good. The characters were amazing. They were on point. I believe their expressions, their cadences, and everything. I hope that movie companies keep properly showcasing Storm Reed. I like that name. Good grief. That might be a stage name though.
It might. Her parents had their Reeds.
Yep.
But Storm could be, yeah.
Yeah, not unless they loved Marvel.
Some people just have good handles,
Look, let me tell y'all something. All right, this is also this, racist crap. Anime. You watch anime? Anybody watch anime? It's short for animation in Japan. That's what it is. Anime is just short. That's what we kind of did. You know what they are? They white. They're not Japanese. They're white.
They're not Japanese.
They're white. The Japanese find the white women very robust. They got bigger butts than Japanese women, usually bigger breasts than Japanese women. They got the blonde hair and the bright eyes. So Japan makes all of their characters white. And then you watch people in Japan, you watch an actual, drama or movie, or you watch documentaries and you realize something. A lot of Japanese are brown.
Many shades of brown.
Yes.
Lots of melanin.
To what we would call here high yellow to just brown.
To just brown.
And they don't showcase that with their anime.
No.
They'll show the rare, swarthy girl or guy.
But she's got to be like some sort of a creature or vampire.
Or a bad, she's going to be a bad guy nonetheless.
Something.
Or in Cowboy Bebop, you know, the dark-skinned girl with the red hair that's skinny but don't do anything but is smarter than everybody else and got a cute dog named Ein. You know? Yep. That's how that is for there. You know? And no, you can't like black women. You can't like Latinos. You know, you can't. Because Japan just is racist too. Against their own. What the fuck? Against their own, they're racist. Colorism exists everywhere.
Yep.
Everywhere. You know? I'm telling you, that mess ain't cool. And then you got, you know, here in the States, I mean, like, look, Star Trek, Gene Roddenberry. Like, why are there no Mexicans in your show? Because there are no Mexicans in the future.
What kind of bullshit is that?
That's the third time I done said that on this channel, but yeah, that's Gene Roddenberry said that because there are no Mexicans in the future. You know, and Uhura wasn't supposed to be black, not initially. They took a gamble. In wrestling, there was a legendary. She's passed for a while now, but Sweet Sapphire, black girl. She was a professional wrestler. She had a pretty hard life, but though he's gone, Dusty Rhodes didn't even want to work with her. And she was a professional wrestler. Didn't want to work with her. Dusty Rhodes. Hey, we need to find ourselves a black baby face. Somebody that the crowd can get behind. He's like, I'll be your baby face, baby. I'll be your black man. I can talk like that. Stuff like that happens. Hey, we got movies, man. Guess what? Here, Marvel. Have you seen comic books? Anybody look at comic books? Why all black girls got to have the white girl body?
Because they don't know how to draw a black girl body.
Now,
I don't know. It's tons of black girls are looking around like, hey, can you stand still so I can draw your body? Pull it up on the internet. I don't know, but they don't know how to draw a black girl body.
You can't draw bigger thighs, bigger ass, less calf,
smaller breasts.
That's about it. You know, Storm. Y'all know her. She used to be really dark skinned, but you know you got to get her to be a little more acceptable to the audience. So you make her skin just a little bit lighter every few years, like somebody ain't noticed. I'm not even a Marvel geek, and I noticed. That's how bad that is. I'm not even a Marvel geek, and I noticed that crap. You know, you look at all the toy lines out there. No ass at all on anybody. None. Marvel characters, no ass. Statues, anything, no ass. Even if that Marvel character is based on an actual real life person that might have an ass, when they do it, no ass. Can't draw an ass for shit. Can't sculpt an ass. Can't do nothing. Can't change hips. It's all the exact same fit white girl body. The same. The face is even the same. Can you do high cheekbones? Can you do bigger lips? Can you do a broader chin?
Or a broader nose?
You know, can you do all that shit? I doubt it. Don't seem like they can. No. It seems like they don't want to. Little Mermaid. Hey, look at this little white girl with red hair. Yay, we love her. Guess what, y'all? It is a character. We're going to make her black. Oh, we don't like this. You let your racism show. You know, that these are characters. And when you think about these characters, you know why they're all white? Because back in the day, they're not going to allow some dark people in there because white people ain't going to read about a black superhero because to find out a black person can do good would be an abomination to their belief system. So every superhero has to be white. And you know how long it took for there to be a girl, let alone a black girl superhero? Shh.
And it's so bad that, you know, as a black person,
I wish they made Thor a black woman to see what would have happened.
As a black person, if you pick up a book and you read it, and it doesn't directly tell you the race of the people in the story, you're gonna automatically think they're white.
Yep. And then if you're reading it and you're white and you realize, oh, this is black people, what you gonna do? Put the book down. Or let me read and see how they, do drugs and screw each other up.
Because when I write, I let you know what the characters are. I have black characters and white characters in my books. Excuse me.
I primarily write about white people if they support the black person. No, my characters be black, man. They black. They don't sit there and do the whole, we got this massive house with nothing but like a billion windows in it, and my characters, what they do? They actually, get showers and they lock the doors behind them. Actually, shit, they close the doors. They don't leave the doors open. They don't do that. If they're gonna sit there and be like, yeah, whatever and stuff, which I don't think I could write that, but I'd probably get them killed off immediately because I just can't stand that stupid shit. Somebody's gonna dismiss me in the conversation like that. I don't have to converse with that person. They're a waste of my time. They should be a waste of your time. Honestly, anyone listening, this should be a waste of your time. Somebody gonna brush you off like that? Why waste your time to talk to them? They done shown they don't give a damn.
And here's something else too. In my books, after folks have sex, they go get washed up. They take a shower.
In movies,
they get clean. In movies
ew.
They just lay there.
The smegma must be amazing.
Oh my god. They just lay there getting, when all these fluids are first produced, okay. But, it don't take long for them to get old and smelly and sticky and nasty. And they just laying there sleeping in it. We're sticky and nasty. Ew. Ew.
Well, you can't say that about the white man and the white woman. The white woman and the white man are clean all the time. God gave it so they just naturally stay clean. They don't have to wash up anything like you jigaboo black people.
All right, Ruckus.
Who the hell Ruckus? No relation. That shit is aggravating in movies, And it's like this. Well, why would you want to put a black person in the movie? Don't you know that the movies have to relate around someone that people can relate to? They have to be able to relate to them. If white people relate to white people,
it should relate to living people.
Why don't you black people and you Hispanic and you Asian and you Islander and anything else? Why don't you have your own movies? It's like, you know what? We would if Hollywood would. And honestly, it's sad because I think anyone can relate to having no money. I think anyone can relate to being around people that got so much money they try to make you feel bad when they realize you don't have much. I think people can relate to someone, stealing from them in some form or another and losing that sense of self.
Anyone can relate to falling in love.
Anyone can relate to a death in the family.
Having children.
Having that drive to have sex and the relationship that might come or not, depending upon what you think may happen. People can relate to a lot.
To people shit.
They can relate to being fired or being abused or being mistreated. People can relate to that. People can relate in some form of, rape, molestation, and things like that. People can relate, and it shouldn't come down to a color. But they're thinking about money and who's going to, white people going to see this. Black Panther, in all honesty, white people ain't the ones that put that up there like that in terms of money. It won't them. Now, a lot of the Marvel geeks went to go see it. And they probably saw it 2 or 3 times because they weren't thinking about color usually. They're thinking about, are you going to do good by this character?
Mm-hmm. And then you got all the black folks like, man, we got to go see this as often as possible.
Yep.
Aside from the fact that it's awesome, which it was, they had to support.
There were even, and I don't know how many did this, it may be 5 or 10, people that would just go and buy a ticket and not even use it. It's like, I just to put it towards Black Panther. I done seen it once. Or buy a ticket and give it to somebody for free. It's like, you want to see it, here you go. It's bought and paid for. I don't know how many. I put a number on it, but I know that was happening. And I was kind of like, good, but don't you want to at least, I mean, you paid for it, watch it, shit.
Maybe they already seen it.
Yeah, maybe they've seen it 3 or 4 times.
They bought a ticket and they had to work. I just bought the ticket. Who knows?
Yep, I bought this ticket. Come in, emergency. God, anybody want to see this movie? Mm-hmm. You know, just nothing's going to change until, because, you know, people wonder, well, how do you get all the change you want? You're just sitting here bitching about it, Cedric. And you too, Sidra, y'all just bitching about it. Okay, here's solutions. I'll give you some solutions. I'm sitting here trying to cool off my feet. I've been mostly distracted while doing all this talking because my feet fucking itching. It's bad too. It almost hurt. So here's what you do. All right, you don't write a letter. You don't do a stupid ass petition either. They look at that and say, well, guess what? 70% of this country don't like our practices. And you know what they'll say? And 100% of the country just want to see a movie, so they'll shut the fuck up and do it. That's it. So, you know what you do? You don't go see the movies. You don't. And you put down, damn, we're the Asians. Matter of fact, can you put minorities in that don't die? How about that? Can you put minorities in that don't die? Because if you do that, from now on, you put minorities in and they die, we're going to give this a horrible review. Matter of fact, fuck your company. You know? You can't, put in super Negro every time. You can't do that. You know, let's say some white people with this super black man that's going to die at the end.
Yeah, they got to sacrifice themselves.
Always got to sacrifice himself. You know? You're like, we ain't going to watch the movies. Hey, you produced that movie? Fuck any other movie you put out. We're not going to go see it. An epic boycott. That's what you do. You know, and you give it an honest review. An honest review, because you look at Stargirl's review, that shit is bullshit. Look at it's bullshit. You know what got better? You know what got a better review than Don't Let Go? Seriously, y'all would know what got a better review than Don't Let Go? Birdemic. Because they even said nice things about that atrocious movie. And that movie is so atrocious, it's hilarious. It's the Rick Roll of movies. It's so atrocious that it's good comedy. And they'll say stuff like, oh yeah, bad writing, yada, yada, yada. But also, guess what? It has a cult following. It actually made money. People are downloading and streaming that shit even today. Birdemic and Birdemic 2.
Oh my goodness.
Just think about that. And if y'all ain't seen it, y'all need to see it.
Just to at least say that you've had that experience.
Because you cannot decently review a movie and give it bad marks unless you see that.
You have to actually see what bad is.
I would say watch any movie made by The Asylum, but The Asylum is like, anything The Asylum does is almost like Jurassic Park compared to anything of Birdemic. There can't be change unless you make that change. There can't. Urge people who are up and coming producers, writers, and whatnot, and cast selection. Get some minorities.
Seek out the script of some minority writers. Stop cycling the same writers around Hollywood. Oh, he got fired from this one, so we hired him for this. Find somebody else.
Find someone that, as they say, don't see color. No, you need to see color so you can pick a color and not a blank blank. For those that like My Little Pony. I ain't watched that in a while, and I really would like to see some more of that. I got a lot of catching up to do. But just pick stuff. My Little Pony is full of colored ponies. But they're all bright. Except the zebra. And it took a while for them to warm up to her. And then once they did, all she is the super Negro type. Without sacrificing, because they don't die in My Little Pony.
Yeah.
So you got to hit them pockets. You got to find better producers and writers, upcoming film producers, makers, and whatnot. Find them and be like, hey, with better writers, could you do this? We want a black cast where people ain't just dying left and right. We like a black movie that ain't about goddamn strippers, rapping, and drugs. We like a black movie where it ain't like DC Comics and others today where they depict black people wrong because black people aren't middle class. Every black person in all these shows are middle class and they got a fair brown to light brown tone about them. And they find some of the flat ass black girls that they can find. That shit is aggravating too. I ain't trying to just watch a show for ass, but I can't help it. It's a girl. I'm gonna look. Damn it, I like ass. So fuck that. It's female, I'm looking. Flat, huge, humongous, ginormous, I look because I just like booty. Girls look at their ass probably more than any other guy do anyway. Any case, they do that mess in these shows. They find these people. You know? When in Flash we called Iris, what, Black Laura?
Black Laurel, yeah.
Black Laurel from Arrow.
Can't say it anymore though, because she done put on some
weight.
Yeah,
she put on some weight, got some personality. Mm-hmm. But when that mess began, you could put them side by side. You would think, damn, Laurel's in blackface. I ain't bullshitting. I am not bullshitting. You'd be like, damn, because that's what I was like. Why is Laurel? Why is she in the shadows? And I'm serious. I was like, that girl almost looked black. And she was like, she is black.
Oh my goodness.
What? But here, I wasn't bullshitting though.
But she was obviously black.
I could not tell. You're gonna put a motherfucker in the damn shadows and stuff, and I don't know shit. Leaning over to get stuff. So if my voice got booming, it's because I had to lean over and get more ice. Well, ice pack. Get another ice pack. This I just wish people would do better. Think better. Not just get out there and complain on Twitter and stuff. You know, bring awareness. Bring that shit up. Where are the movies of black people? You know, where are the movies where black people are in it and don't die? You know, then for any of you jackwads out there that want to be like, oh well, you know what? There are movies where this person didn't die. I'm like, okay,
wonderful, that person didn't die.
That star that people, you know, you use to draw people to seats for that movie didn't die. Well, yeah.
There's so many novels.
LL Cool J didn't die. No, Morgan Freeman did.
Yeah, really. No, it wasn't Morgan Freeman. It was Samuel L.
Samuel L. He died. Well, I know they all look alike.
And he died in spectacular fashion. That shit was alarming.
And that's what the two black girls got. She said, I can't watch this. I can't do this. Like, that's scary. And I heard that woman say, they're going to come out of my bathtub or something. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, that girl got messed up.
She's going to be afraid to bathe. Poor woman.
I think that all this could be better if y'all just had some movie standards. You know, yeah, I like to see the disaster movies and all this other stuff. But, man, you got to say, hey, you put this movie out, we ain't gonna see it. And then if you do see it, let's say you see a movie, a black movie, and like, man, if I knew who to go to complain about Rotten Tomatoes and all the other stuff that they said about Don't Let Go, I'd be like, hey, what type of racist shit is that? Like, Rotten Tomatoes is racist, and I'd throw them in the water, deep in, 12 feet,
Most
you know,
ways.
And then use a Langolier to take out the bottom. That's what I would do, because fuck that shit. There are so many movies out there, and they need praise.
There's so many movies out there, and there's so many different writers out there. There's so many novels that can be converted to screenplays written by people of color, not just black folks, all them other colors too, to get you to show different perspectives, different life experience, different stories. It's so old. It's so played out.
How many black people in soap operas?
Tired.
How many black people's in your soap operas and your dramas and stuff like that? You know, how many do you get to see? See, when you grow up seeing that stuff, like our daughter, everything she turned on is white people. She wish she was white. She wish she had the long blonde hair. She's been tricking her mom at first. And I've been trying to stop it. I gave up, but tricking her mom and doing everything she can with her hair to make it like these white people. Doing her damnness.
She ain't been tricking nothing.
You was falling for that to bring that shit to light. Because that mess was aggravating. And I'm like, Sidra, You know why she asking for this? And you're like, no. And then our daughter look at me kind of like, don't tell the truth, Dad. You see that look on her face that I'm too scared to run, but maybe he'll miss the mark. And then I'm like, she's trying to be like this. And she'd be like, and I'm like, because you saw this, you watched that, you saw that. A day later, you're asking for your hair to be like this. I want your hair to be, I said, every time you, and I said it then, I said, you see a black person on the screen, a black girl doing something, you don't watch it. You might listen to a little bit, you don't laugh, you don't smile, you just turn away after 3 or 4 seconds. But you see a different girl up there, but she's white, you stay and watch it. And I pointed that out, and I said, why don't you like black people? And she was 10 at the time. And she just looked at me like, she said, I don't hate black people. She said, I'm not racist. I said, that black girl, you just turned away from her. Why? Well, she wasn't talking about something. I said, you gave that video 3 seconds. Who can say any and everything in 3 seconds?
No, nobody.
And then she just looked down because she knew she was caught. And then she started looking at more black people and laughing about it. And she found a lot of black people and laughed at them. White people and black people. But she was passing black people by.
And she started watching some of our old favorites.
Yep. So that's all good. You know, it took a bit, but I had to call that bullshit out. So if that's happening to a little black girl, what's happening to white people when they watch this shit? It's just racist confirmation. Well, if the black people were so good, wouldn't they have more movies and TV shows? You don't see them up there, do you? And then what, the WB, you know, with their black shows back in the day, and white people complained about it. Mm-hmm. They complained. Literally saying, how many shows do you people need?
I got every other network.
I'm like, yeah, y'all got every network, every channel. The WB got 3 black shows. Mm-hmm. 3 black shows and y'all complaining. Fuck you. That's where I was. And then the WB, they did not back down. They tapped into the black audience. The black audience was liking it and whatnot. Problem is the shit got repeatable. It was just the same old shit. And I realized, man, y'all sunk that shit. They all did that on purpose. And that shit was aggravating. The same old to the point where people wouldn't watch anymore. And then people wanting, you know, black people want to get paid some money. They don't want to work for free. And then they want to get paid that, you know, white level money. And they're like, we ain't paying you that. And BET is like, do we pay people anything? I mean, you know, I used to watch Galavision and know what they were saying, but I enjoyed the passion. I ain't bullshitting.
They were very passionate, that's true.
That's where we found Lucha Libre, Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre. We found that shit, you know, AAA. Enjoyed watching that, you know. It's just, and we lost it. Yeah. But still, these are things that are there. They're available. You know, find it, watch it. It ain't got to be black. Find a Hispanic show. Find an Asian show. Sidra watch a lot of Korean dramedies.
Korean and Chinese, and I think a couple of the Japanese. They are so good. And look, they are slightly mistranslated because there's some things that don't translate too well. But I hope they do the best they can.
Yeah, and modernize it so that people that read English can be like, because it's different. So you gotta alter things just enough, but keep the message clear.
And you get the whole gambit of emotions. And it's not like, oh, they're Korean, so I can't identify. Man, they broke over there too.
Broke
over there too. They got poor people food too, and they be grubbing.
I'm gonna just say this, and this is just straight up. If you can look at another race of people and say that you can't relate to them, you're a fucking racist. You are a bona fide racist. Fuck you, your dog, your house, your shoes, your socks, your fake ass anything you got.
May your shoes not fit you properly.
You're still in my line.
That's
I said that shit to this dude when I was just so pissed with him. I said, man, your shoes not fit you properly. And it do look like, God damn, that hurt.
It should hurt because, you know, tight shoes will make you tell the truth. You will say anything you got to say to get up out them shoes. To save your baby toe.
So I'm just saying, if you can't relate to somebody going through some shit because of the color of their skin or where they were born or how they look, you're a fucking racist. Because I look at them dramedies and whatnot, and I watch it. Man, I can relate. I've never been in business, but when I see what they're going through, I can relate. Mm-hmm. Why? Because I've been fucked over before. Mm-hmm. I know what it feels to be lied to. I really know how it feels to come up with something and somebody steal that idea. I know how that shit feel. So I can put that worldly to anything. That's how this shit go. You know? Hey, look, girl, if you can, look up the so you can read it properly, the shit for Don't Let Go.
Okay.
See if you can look that up. Cause man,
1 second.
That shit, that movie can't find. If somebody can find something wrong with it, you let me know. I want to.
It was good. The acting was stellar, and you know, got put out by Blumhouse Productions, and most of their movies are good as hell. They make movies in such a way where you're like, I couldn't have done any different. I just would have had to get killed by the ghost.
This movie made you feel bad for the bad guy. At least one of them. Nothing's really solved. Not like you think. There can be a part 2, but it just wouldn't be supernatural, I don't think.
Okay, let me find.
You know,
there are other reviews too that I just stumbled upon.
Okay, great. Good. Maybe they're positive as fuck.
They're not.
What?
Okay, so the general synopsis for this: Rotten Tomatoes 42%. The website's critical consensus reads, while admirably intelligent and well cast, Don't Let Go suffers from a formulaic approach compounded by this uneven writing and an awkward tonal balance. I don't know what that means. I really don't.
That's why I said it must be skin tone. There's more black than white in this, so it's awkward. Damn, this movie's great. I just wish they were white. That's pretty much all I hear. And if this country wants a racist, that wouldn't sound like a solid argument from me. And if this country ain't racist, if you want to think this country ain't racist, then please, one, don't do any historical research. That's number one, and that's before Africans were here. Before that. You find anything else, woman?
No.
What are them other reviews? You said you saw others.
I'm trying.
Okay.
It's like 2 out of 5 stars here, 2 out of 5 stars there.
Oh, no words, just.
I mean, it's a long article. It's not a clip.
Shit.
They're linking to articles.
Oh, yeah, fuck that. You know, we just spoke an article for us. I'm letting out a lot of stuff, you know, and people like when you up here talking.
I don't know why, but thank you.
You can't see the glory of Sidra, but you know everyone else can.
Y'all can try to blow my head up. Stop it.
I'm just saying. It's just we see it. You know, Sidra's awesome. You know. So you don't have anything else to say? You practically done? You looking for something else? What's going on?
I found this review talking about, the title of it says, Don't Let Go reveals the limits of colorblind casting and writing. And it says someone interviewed Jason Blum and asked whether the characters in the film are written as black or if his company employed a technique known as colorblind casting. That's a nice way of saying it. He told me it was written from a colorblind perspective. It was probably written white. It shows. I can't agree with that.
I didn't see how it was written white. You want to see written white? Watch The Flash. Watch The Flash. God damn.
And see,
Iris is written white as fuck.
And see, they're going on to say that, okay, this is true that Hollywood tries to exercise the blackness out of stories. I get that. But the problem is there is a stereotype of what blackness is.
Yeah, man, because we all got to talk like this, and we got to be ready to fight at any given moment, man. That's what it got to be. You got to talk like this, man.
And blackness is not pigeonholed in one type of dress and one type of speech and one type of sound. Black people come all kinds. And that's a problem that black people have with other black people, because black people are also like, okay, so if you don't sound like me, you ain't black. And they're obviously black. They may not have been raised where you are.
Yeah, and if you don't vote for Joe Biden, you ain't black. What?
And so,
well, he said it. He white. It must be true. The white man knows what he talking about.
Hush, Ruckus. Look, it's you know, they were playing parts, and oh man, I just don't understand.
No, they was locking doors, and they won't leaving doors open and shit. That's why I was like, wait a minute, white people, we leave the doors open everywhere. We walk in the house and we close the door, but we don't lock it. We just walk away.
That's not security.
And then when someone break in, how you get in here?
They didn't break in. They walked in.
I walked in, opened the door.
That's not a break-in. They were visiting.
Has anyone seen Full Metal Jacket? What the fuck is that? It's an unlocked Foot Locker, sir. Well, shit. We got a lot less thievery then, wouldn't we? Mm-hmm. If you lock your shit up.
At least be some sort of deterrent. Oh, it's locked. I just keep on going.
Yep.
But if it's not locked, ooh, what's in there?
I mean, I honestly, every once in a while, I do think if somebody just rolled up to the house and be like, I wonder if I can just get in here, man. And just, that's what I did when I wrote that short little story called Where's Jenny? It was kind of about that. Just walking up and testing doors. That shit. And you was like, that's creepy and I don't get it. And I'm like, yeah, what they get? just creep factor.
I also think part of the problem is folks don't like to think. They don't like to expand their imagination and use that when they're watching something.
Oh no, some movie's going to be 10 minutes long.
They want you to hold their hand and say, the man is a police officer and his family got killed. And because of A, B, C, D, E, F, G, he's getting calls from his niece. It's like, come on, man. Do you need all that? So obviously some supernatural shit is happening. Hold on for the fucking ride. I don't need you to show me every single sparkle and flare like they do in these damn superhero movies.
Actually, the superhero movies is a cookie cutter of all the other stuff. Is because they found a formula and they stick with it. They found a
formula and they stick with it.
You know?
That's why they all run together. You got all the Iron Mans. It's like, what, 3 Iron Man movies and a Tony Stark movie. Because, you know, he was barely in the suit for that last one.
Yeah, but that last one was pretty good. You know, 1, they save on CGI. 2, you get to see, hey, Tony Stark, the genius. He can do shit on his own. He don't need the suit for every fucking thing. You know, so.
Roll credits. You didn't remind me what the movie was. I didn't got to see it. I have no.
Yeah. No one cares. I remember it for the most part, but ain't nothing I care to fucking watch again. Iron Man 1.
Nope.
I could watch, I would say, the first 10 minutes. And then once he's captured, then I want to see all that. You know, skipping certain parts here and there. But
for my memory, if I were going to watch one over again of the ones that I haven't, it would be Captain America: The Winter Soldier. That was a good
you
one.
love that one.
That one was a good one. And of course, I'll say Legend of Tomorrow. No, the other, the Guardians of the Galaxy. That's good too. And that last Thor was awesome. I don't know if they found. I know, right? I don't know if they found some different writers. Somebody with some gumption. Somebody with, had their Wheaties that day when they were writing. I don't know what it was.
It was a job. Deadpool thing about breaking the fourth wall, so they wrote it kind of in that style ish.
Ah, okay.
So it's far more comedy and things like that. Deadpool changed a whole lot of shit. It did. I miss intellectual music. I miss intellectual movies, TV series. The Flash holds my interest because of all the science that's going into it.
I love the characters on The Flash.
I'm telling you, if they get rid of Cisco, I'm not watching shit.
The first season, I fell in love with Cisco and Barry and Joe, and I love Cecile.
Barry and Joe, by the end of that season, had me crying. Yeah, they had me crying. I was like, you assholes.
And their relationships they established.
Cecile had to grow on us, but once she did,
she's so tiny.
It's like, don't you hurt Cecile. You better leave her alone. Nobody touches Cecile. She's written white as fuck too. Actually, all of them, because you can't do what typical humans in general would do in these superhero shows.
Yeah.
Typical, not just black. No, this is some typical people shit.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have them being like, "Hey Barry, what the fuck?" You can't. Sit down, man. But see, he's such a good actor. You can tell when he gets super serious. You can tell this and sit down. I gotta talk to you. Hey, you need to sit the fuck down. You can tell. So he does a great job using his instrument.
We're talking about his ability to act, not his penis. Thank you.
What is wrong with you?
You said using his instrument.
Well,
come on.
Yes, I was thinking about when you talked about the songstress.
Oh, vocalist. Yeah, they use their
vocalist. Yeah. The fuck?
These people might get confused. Everybody's got their mind.
Everybody talking about dick?
Everybody's got their mind to go a little bit.
That's you.
So do you. You're right there with me.
No, yeah. I wasn't even thinking about it. I ain't trying to think about Joe's dick. I ain't even trying to think about my dick. I'm just, what the fuck? Shut up. Shit.
I think we might have made our point.
You think we made our point? I don't think we made our point.
I think we made our point.
So shit. I'll just say this. Look, like I said a little earlier, for those that might have missed it, if y'all even listened this far. Because this is at about 52 minutes.
Yeah, and it's been a little bit rambly.
That's usually when they like you the most. They can't stand me.
But when I'm rambling, or when we were rambling?
They like hearing you.
Okay. Thanks.
They like you. I'm using you. I'm using you, to keep their attention. And that's what it is. They can't see your fro-ish. It's all kind of down and
it's curly right now.
Yeah.
It's got stuff in it.
They can't see your glasses. But it's all good. They can hear your voice. They can hear how you look.
No, they can't. Not even remotely.
So look, petitions are only good for burning and keeping warm.
Damn.
That's all. That's all. Write your congressman about doing something green and good and positive for everyone, and notice that the chimney is going to be smoking a lot, or the waste can is going to be so full.
See, I don't think you have to write the congressman. I think you have to call.
You can call and it'd be like, yeah, I hear you.
No, wait a minute. You didn't let me finish.
No, because they wouldn't.
You got to call. You call and tell them why you're calling, and they'd be like, okay, fuck you, hang up. And you call again, and you be like, hey, friend, I called this congressman to tell me about this problem that we got, and they're like, yeah, we got this problem. They said, fuck you. They said, fuck you, I'ma call. And then y'all both call. You get a whole bunch of folks calling, and they'll be like, what I got to do to keep up from calling me? Do this. Might work.
It's like, how do we do this and not piss off the wealthy. And at that point, you don't get what you want.
It's the whole frustrated mama approach.
Mama.
So either you're going to shoot all of your constituents, or give them what they want.
Mama. What? Hi.
Yeah, put them outside, man. Put them outside and close the door.
You just kick him into a pit.
You got to have a pit handy, though.
Yeah, you know.
And it need to be portable. See, we need a portable pit.
Portable pit?
Yeah, we need a pit like from 300, but it has to be portable.
Like the Acme portable hole?
Yeah, you just put it down the street, kick some politicians in there, and you just pick it up, and they don't want no difference.
I mean, they accuse you. You could be like, what hole?
What hole? What are you talking about? You know, because Acme don't give you any receipts.
Nope.
And then you can take it and you put Kim Kardashian in there and Kanye West.
Or be like, I'll show you where they are. Come here for a moment.
Oh, I saw them. Come here.
Yeah.
Just look in there. They looked.
Push.
Pick
Close
up the hole.
Yep.
See? The portable pit.
You can't say they're dying. They're just in a hole.
They're just falling.
Forever.
Mm-hmm. You know, they have their phones. They'll be amused.
They'll be all right.
They'll be taking pictures of each other on the way down to their doom.
Typing whatever with emojis. That's all it'll be. Whatever. Emojis. That's all it'll be.
Acme portable
and then
pit.
Acronyms that don't nobody know shit of.
Yeah. Acme portable pit. You gotta get that made.
I ain't gonna say nobody, just people that's got better things to do than to learn all the acronyms of the internet so that they know everything that's being said.
I know, I ain't got that kind of time.
No, fuck that shit. You know, we can just look it up or something like that.
Or just ask, what the hell does that mean? That's what I do. They put this for you in text. What the hell does that mean?
I don't necessarily ask what that means unless I am super curious. You know, I gotta be super curious. Other than that, I just don't say anything. Or somebody's talking to me and people that use an acronym when talking to me, I'm just like, mm-hmm. And then they ask how I feel about it. I don't know what the fuck that is. You just use an acronym. I don't know what the fuck that is. Next time, you use your words, motherfucker. Maybe you don't know what it is. That's why you use the acronym, because you never learned what it is. So shut the fuck up.
It's quite possible.
You know?
Maybe nobody knows what it is and they're using it anyway.
Yep.
Which is bullshit. Hey, what's that? You know, we don't really know.
No, our daughter did that earlier. Use that shit. And then when I was like, nope, this, and she said, I just kind of made that definition up. And I'm like, how you make make up a definition and it's wrong?
Yeah, really. No, that's right. I just made it up.
God damn. Only in America. No, actually, it's only on Earth. There's some aliens out there. It's like, hey, Earth, hold my beer. It's like, oh, shit.
No, they're doing flybys, man. They fucked up down there. Let's move on.
Yep.
I thought we were gonna drain their fluids. Yeah, you don't want their fluids.
No, just use the oceans and stuff for fuel and get the fuck out. Don't try. Don't try. But Fred is still there, man. Fuck Fred. Yeah, Fred. I told Fred to fix that stabilizer.
You was talking about your mom, man. It's no big loss.
You talking about my mom?
Yeah.
Shit. See, I want to go down there and find Fred. My mom made him cookies. Don't nobody disrespect my mom's cookies, man. Are you talking about cookies or cookies?
And see, I was thinking about cookies. Now your mind's in the gutter.
No, but I owe you. In any case, I hope y'all get the message. I hope you enjoyed listening to us ramble and talk and play.
Be better.
This is usually how we converse anyway, talking and playing. But yeah, just support minority groups that are doing movies and things like that. And it doesn't matter which minority group, just support it. And if there's white people in it, it's all good. Just stop making it so that white people live, minorities get killed in droves, and only white people can save the day. You know, just stop that shit.
That's old.
That's old. You know, we can all be heroes. It's okay. It's all right. Stop being racist, Hollywood, and the rest of the world. Stop being racist and colorist and whatever the fuck else it is that's negative. Just stop it. Any goddamn case. It's been Cedric Kennedy and Sidra Owens for Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.
What in the world?